What's up, everybody? I am in Florida town, Pace, Florida. Someone just pulled up to me just as I hit live. So I know they're going to be looking at me like a three-headed monster, but um, it's a public park. I guess I can't complain. So just popped a cough drop too. So I'm not chewing. I'm just absorbing a cough drop. Um, that little bit cold thing I had been coming and going. 2 nights ago, I thought I had it beat. I woke up the next morning and had a sore throat and runny nose, and most of it's been runny nose. But anyway, so pretty much just wanted to say hi to everybody. Just, just I just laughed. I know there was. I didn't write any notes down because I'm that worn out. But the if anybody's not watched the channel, I had another crazy run in the other night. Not directly one on one, but it could have been dangerous and weird, and just some dude that must either had a severe mental health problem or he had a severe mental health problem to being influenced by some pretty bad drugs because that guy was whacked out. I mean, he was yelling and screaming and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And I'm trying to deal with some work drama, and I just pretty much just wanted to say hi. Um, some good things that have happened. You know, about a week ago, I did get a storage unit. I haven't even gone over there and because I've been so worn out, haven't even gone over there to purge the van yet, which I desperately, desperately, desperately need. Um, I have a brand new lock for that location, so I pretty much have no excuses as long as I'm healthy and I can do it properly. And I just need time. That's my biggest hurdle and my biggest obstacle right now. I feel like even though for now that I still have 2 days off in a row, Saturday and Sunday, which is really good to a degree. I'll tell you why I feel that way in a minute. But watching this young lady with her little daughter, it's kind of cute. There's like a playground over here, and Florida towns are really nice. Right now, just to give you the weather forecast, right now it's last I checked about 45 minutes ago, it was about 74 degrees. It's very breezy, windy, cloud covered. I'd say it's 80% clouds, maybe 90% clouds. And decided to hang out at a different location rather than down at the river in Milton yesterday. So just trying to get by until Friday payday and tax some things. Uh, I know I didn't give a whole lot of notice because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel. Excuse me, man. There's so much I forgot I was going to mention, and now I'm feeling like an idiot. There's about just shy of 4 weeks left to help the Lee and Betty Johnson Memorial Charity through the at JJ Drones channel that helps veterans through two different charities. That's um, Reads Across America, Mission 22. The Mission 22 portion of it may go a little bit longer. I honestly forgot to check that before I started talking to you about that. I need to check that. But Mission 22, really good organization. And I said it as organization. That's a slight to a friend of mine out there somewhere in YouTube land. Anyway, so I had a really good time lately on JJ Drones live broadcast. Really good time. A lot of it's very serious at times. A lot of silliness can occur, and I really enjoy that. If that ever got taken away from me again, I'd be really miserable. Considering my living conditions, it's hard to get more miserable. Uh, Man, I there was definitely something I wanted to talk about, and I have totally forgotten about it. Anyway, Thanksgiving's coming up, right? And also cooler temperatures. Knock wood. Got wood around here somewhere. I got cardboard. I guess that qualifies as wood. Um, hasn't been too unbearable here yet in the Panhandle of Florida. One night it did get 42 degrees, but I mentioned in the past, first night I spent in Milton in this van got down to 35, and it was right around this time of year. I know it was right before Thanksgiving. Matter of fact, when I was looking at some of my memories, I think it was I was here around October 25th or 6th or something like that because I was making trips back and forth from Southwest Florida to the Panhandle to bring, my limited possessions. And anyway, my goal for upcoming is I'm so sorry. I just have this scratchy throat. It always feels better when you kind of just try and purge it. But I want to do a chili, and people like to do chili different ways with beans, without beans. I found places that have venison. I don't, I really need to dedicate like a full day to purging this van, getting the oil change that I desperately need. I don't even want to tell you how many miles over that I am because it's ridiculous. It's just like I've never done that before, but I can't go without this vehicle, so I need to prioritize that. But I've been so focused on trying to increase my YouTube presence and my watch hours and stuff like that. I haven't really done a good job. Well, a lot of it's been finances, but now I have the storage unit. I definitely need to purge this van. I have this book. I think I've talked about it. I'm going to probably sound like a broken record, but it's called Coach Yourself to Success. And as you can see, I'm a shining example of success. And some of the points in there they talk about in that book, um, the lady talks about eliminate petty annoyances in your life because they will drain your energy. And I'm going through that right now. 100% going through that right now. So I need to like really do that. It's like I almost feels like it's almost the scales of justice and rewards versus um, setbacks. I want to keep the YouTube thing, trying to do something productive. And last week I was so worn out. I didn't really have a very good productive weekend with the YouTube. Whereas Ted from Off the Hook Outdoor, he calls it the YouTube or the tubes or the YouTube. I don't know where he got that from, but it's true. I've heard people call it different things. That was pretty funny. But anyway, so I've watched, I kid you not, a minimum of 50 videos on how to do chili, and every one is different. So I have an idea in my head what I'm going to do um, based on what ingredients are available to me. I definitely want to, I would love to include venison. I've had venison chili before. I've never cooked it personally. Okay, somebody popped in here. Looks like JJ Drones. It's really hard for me to see the screen currently, just how it's set up here. But anyway, I can't even see what he said. By chance, if anybody sees Melinda pop in, because I'm really having a hard time, Melinda Dobson, please ask her to email me. That would be really, really helpful and grateful if you could do that. So anyway, so yeah, I, I have an idea how I want to do it. Having that French background with culinary things, like the French don't measure anything. They just kind of just go by sight and feel and just do that. So that's kind of how I'm going to do my chili. But now I just watched the video. Like, I love cooking. I love cooking, and I love cooking outdoors. I don't always have the best facilities, but I just watched a really cool. Matter of fact, I just shared it on my community page, and they were cooking in a wok, and I'm like, slap myself in the head. I've got a lot of cooking things. I just don't own a wok, so I'm thinking, what are you waiting for, G Money? You need to cook chili in a wok. Anyway, I'm thinking I need to get a wok. It's probably not the highest priority in life, but daggone it, that looks so good because the contour of the thing. You when you cook on a wok, you don't put a lid on it, and it's great for the camera. I was like, that's brilliant. Those guys are brilliant. These are three outdoor channels that really did a good job. So I'm like, man, I'm an idiot. I should have thought of that sooner. So if you concur that I'm an idiot, just put hashtag idiot or hashtag walk. Either one will suffice. So little work stuff happened. We hired a new guy last night. Young kid. I say young kid, like probably 18, 19 years old. And he was friends of another worker that we have that's a good worker. He very forgetful, but he's a really good worker. Very reliable, very smart, but I think it's just ADHD at times. So he goes to HVAC school, and a friend of his from that school he had recommended finally got hired. Apparently, when he came to apply for the job, he stood out very well as being very mature, very responsible. Last night was his first night. Did a tremendous job. I mean, could not have done better. Listen to what I did a screw up, really big screw. I like to keep it real with my coworkers and try and get them to laugh and chuckle and cut up a little bit and everything. And so near the end of the night, I said to him, "Hey, his name's Grayson. So, hey, Grayson, man, you did a fabulous job tonight. And I'm not just saying that, man. You really did. Your maturity level's so good." And I jokingly said, "I'm not really used to people that are mature and responsible. I usually get crackheads and meth heads." I just said it as a joke, right? Then he tells me he lost. Forget how he phrased it. Basically, he lost both of his parents to meth, meth addiction. And I'm like, oh man. I said, like, I'm really sorry. I said it like, He's like, no, no, you're right. It's it's bad disease, and like I realized, man, I need to just sometimes shut up and think before I talk. He was really cool though. At the end of the night, I reminded him how good of a job. He kept calling me Mr. Gary and thanking me, and so I am sending the manager a praise report on him. And it's just so refreshing when you know there's still good people out there, good, mature, responsible young adults that can hopefully carry on, the next responsible, mature level in society. But So I'm thinking about going to a state park, depending on availability. There's only two I would consider. That would be Big Lagoon State Park. The other one would be Carrot Lake North, because both of those do have electricity, water, good facilities, good cell phone reception, so I could go live on StreamYard or something else. So that's pretty essential. But this time of year, especially with the weather being pretty nice, it could be hard to get a reservation. Um, and if I go to Big Lagoon, uh, there's another reason I'm going to go there. Pastor Lee, the guy that helped me out with my vehicle problems for a couple of weeks and lent me a vehicle, they're going to do a retreat. Oh, I forget when he said it was. It's later in the year at some point, not this year. Probably it's in 2025. I forget if he said it's the spring or the fall. But he was asking me for recommendations because he knows I move around and go to different places like that. So I told him about Big Lagoon State Park. Sent him my little video. Not really a little video. I forget, it was probably like 20 minutes or more. Let him know about that. Give him a brief history about that. Sounds like they're really interested in utilizing that location. Uh, One of the main reasons would be the amphitheater there and the big pavilions with power, water, electricity. And so I don't need to, but I would like to go out there as a good deed, to confirm a few things for them. He's the pastor at the Restoration Ranch Church and Ministry. I also I've been to Big Lagoon and haven't really done any of the trails. They have these, like, I'm not sure if they're 100% boardwalk trails or if they go from boardwalk to land, or but I know they have a bunch of trails I haven't traversed yet, so I'm thinking about doing that. I would love to do that. Um, I love Big Lagoon State Park. It's definitely one of the best parks in the state of Florida, state parks, without a hands down. They even have a sign indicating that. But when I went online, they the one site I was on, they didn't list them in the top 10, which is totally ridiculous. They're definitely there, definitely in the top five, in my opinion. But a lot of the campsites are a little close together. The ones I've seen, and there is like shrubbery between them. But if you compare like a free campsite, like I've been to, like Mystic Springs Recreation Area, it's more wide open. There is more land. You're getting it for free. You just don't have electricity. You don't have running water, um, but you do have a lot more space and comfort until Bigfoot shows up, which I'm not saying it was Bigfoot, but some big critter showed up and ruined my plans last weekend, the weekend before last. So anyway, I haven't really been doing a great job at YouTube lately, just because I've been feeling ill and just stress and worried about the Social Security thing. That's the other thing. I need to report to them either tomorrow or Friday that I've exceeded my limit of income for the year, and I got to figure out how they're. I know what they say on the website. They penalize you $1 for every $2 over the limit you go. I just don't know how they do that. Do they suspend your future payments? Do they make your future payments like less and deduct that retroactively? Really not sure how that's going to go. I may have an option. I really don't want to suspend the payments, but I probably need to. But I've got a lot of those fears, so that's kind of worrying me. Um, there's so many damn videos on Social Security and what they do, what they don't do, what they can do, but a lot of it's vague. They don't actually. I haven't seen one video yet that says if you exceed that limit, yes, they're going to. All they tell you is they penalize you $1 for every $2 over it you earn. They don't tell you how they penalize you. So now I don't know what that means. So I'm fearful, and I can't stop gaining income until maybe do they suspend it until January? And the fourth Wednesday in January is like pretty much at the end of the month. Can I make it 90 days without a major vehicle problem that I have to worry about that I'm not going to have enough income to cover that? But if you guys know any really cool channels out there that have been doing well, or you miss, or any YouTube information, I'd love to hear about it. Any recipes you want me to try and attempt, I'd love to do something like that too. My brain, I love cooking outdoors. I want to do more true, genuine, like camping outdoor type things. But my passion for cooking outdoors is great. Uh, I need to do it better. I'm self-aware of that. Um, like for example, this past weekend, I had recently purchased the Lifeline tables. That really could have come in handy. And I just totally screwed up the video direction I was filming in. But Dan the Droning Veteran's doing good work. There's a lot of good channels out there. Friend of mine, Chris from Shade Tree America. I hope he gets back into the game. Um, just a lot of good channels. I love YouTube, and or as Ted would call it, the tubes or the tube or whatever. He said something funny. I was like, that is pretty funny. I think I've heard that before. Here comes a few folks up here on my left, my rear view mirror. I always get spooked out, especially when lady sees me talking. Probably doesn't realize I'm talking into the phone. Anyway, folks, just wanted to say hi. That's it. Oh, my watch hours. Yeah, they've been, for some reason, I've lost, I don't know, probably 5 watch hours this week every day. First thing I do, I roll over, pick up the phone, check YouTube, check my watch hours, see if they've increased. And yeah, they've decreased. So anyway, have a good week, folks. Um, may talk to you tomorrow. The weather's supposed to be good tomorrow. If I can get rid of this cough and whatnot, I want to kind of get out there, also try and do some more veterans tributes and stuff like that. Just wanted to say hi. That's pretty much the main reason. Melinda Dobson, if you're out there and you watch this video, please email me. I want to talk to you. And it's time for me to say goodbye, folks, because I really said a whole lot of nothing. And pretty much just wanted to say hi on a Wednesday. So take care, folks. Stay out of trouble. Stay self aware. Keep your head on a swivel. By the way, so funny. So funny. I did that video, and I happened to run into a video, probably because I had done my video, and a video appeared on YouTube. It was a guy talking about keep your head on a swivel. I think it was from Tennessee, um, but somebody was stalking him from an ATM doing a bank transaction and followed him, and he talked about how he lost them, and he kept saying using the term "keep your head on a swivel," and it was really interesting to hear the guy talk because I was like, "Daggone!" I was like trying to remember. I've always said that because that's a football term, and he actually may have posted that video a couple days before I posted mine. I'm not sure who did it first. It's not like I was stealing his term. It's a common term out there. And but yes, be self-aware. Keep your head on a swivel. Know what's around you. And like in this guy's case, he realized a vehicle was following him, probably for criminal intent purposes, and he handled it very well. Fortunately for him, he had a concealed carry and could have probably handled his situation better than I could handle mine. At least I do have some self protection, not the kind you would want, ultimately. but it's better than nothing. So you'll have a good weekend, good week, and try and do something for other people too. There's veterans, there's homeless people out there. Uh, it's weird because I've had this self struggle for a while. A lot of people have helped me, and since my struggles, I've seen a lot of different friends go through struggles, and you don't want to see that. But this is going to sound very. I don't want it to sound harsh because I don't want anybody to go through struggles. But when I see other people going through struggles, it bothers me definitely. But there's a side of me that gives me like I don't want to say I know I'm going to say this wrong. Try and please comprehend the message I'm trying to convey that I'm not going to convey very well. It's comforting. Comforting is not a good word. Other people go through struggles, and when I see other people go through struggles, I realize I'm not an anomaly. I guess is what I'm trying to say, and it almost makes me feel like when these people are going through their struggles, they may have a better appreciation for my struggles. Um, I know people know what I've been going through. I didn't mean to go on this tangent, but it just popped into my head. So I definitely wish my friends uh, no longer endure those struggles. I know my struggles are going to last a lot longer, could get worse. And, we're all trying to do the best we can. So that last couple few statements may not make sense to anybody, but it's the reality. We're not exempt from struggles of life. So I want everybody to get out of those struggles. It's probably not realistic. Everybody's not going to get out of those struggles, and it's not a perfect world. Life's not fair, and all that nonsense. But we got to the channel out there just doing our best. Probably says it best. Just try and do your best, and I do believe in good karma. If you try and help people regardless of your situation, I feel like somehow, some way, it's going to come back around. Um, so that's the praying type people out there. Just pray for all the people that are struggling right now. And there's a lot of people coming up in the holiday season's near. Thanksgiving. You're supposed to give thanks for different things. There's the original purpose, and we've kind of changed a little bit in our mentality. But if we're to give thanks, it's going to be difficult for some people to be thankful during the holiday season because they want to partake in normal Thanksgiving festivities, holiday festivities, Christmas festivities, and they may not be able to provide for themselves or their family or relatives. So that's kind of tying in with Mission 22 in an aspect. The holiday season, that's when there's a great rate of self termination. So we need to really look out for each other daily, check in on your friends daily, check in on your family daily. If you're somewhat close. And I did what I always often do is just talk and never shut up. And deep down in there's a positive message. Hopefully, it's received positively in a positive manner. So have a great afternoon, folks. Try and figure out an action plan for a positive future. And if there's anything I can do to help you, if you're pissed at anything I said, you can email me or text me. Didn't mean to offend anybody. Just trying to keep it real and speak off the cuff. Take care, folks. Thank you.